Let's talk about the family who was destined to make wine from the beginning and about the underappreciated sparkles in the world. Welcome to my mini-series, Meet the Maker. Today, we are going to be talking about a great family and great people about Tenuta MEDICI ERMETE. It is impossible to tell the story of Lambrusco without telling the story of Medici Ermete. The story started in the end of the 19th century when the family was founded by Remigio. Remigio was a successful owner of 3 taverns and he decided to set up the winery because, he had some spare vineyards from his ancestors. Ermete was the one who modernized and innovated the winery, and he laid ground for the quality Lambruscos we are drinking today. We do have to go back in time in order to understand the Lambrusco and its revolution within it. Welcome to America in the 1980s, where Lambrusco was insane hit. The America's consumer inflation with Lambrusco was insane love affair. Millions and millions bottles were flowing into the market because Americans just loved it. It was super sweet, semi-sparkle, super light, bubbly. I found this article from New York Times from 1981 and it was saying that Reunite, which was the biggest company for selling Lambruscos, was importing almost 27% of a yearly import of all of the wine to America. That is insane. While we are at it, please don't forget to subscribe and to check out my last video, all about the grape Lambrusco, its taste profile, where it's grown, a little bit of history. Let's get back to Medici Ermete. But then, more than 10 years later, in 1993, Medici Ermete came to play. Medici Ermete decided to do a couple of changes in their viticulture and vinification. They decided to lower the yields, change wine training, and also they decided to identify the crus of Lambrusco Salamino. And then finally in 1993, Concerto, which was the icon of Lambrusco Reggiano, was born. Today the company exports to more than 17 countries worldwide, which is amazing, and they are still standing behind their ideas and mission. It is still family owned, and currently it is a 5th generation of winemakers, with the newest member, Alessandro, being in the game. Also, check out this video of Alessandro talking about Medici Ermete family. Let's talk about the location. Medici Ermete Winery is located in the central Italy in the Emilia-Romagna region. It is this long region which begins with a little bit of mountains in the central Italy and then goes down. We have a center of it all, Bologna, which is amazing city with a lot of artistic stuff and a lot of food. And then we do have a little bit of beaches in the Emilia, where you can find actually ungrafted wines as well. And then we have an ocean, so we do have basically everything in this region. Emilia-Romagna is called one of the richest regions in Europe. It does have a beautiful culture and beautiful arts, and above it all, we do have a lot of gastronomic adventures and gastronomic products which are coming from Emilia-Romagna. You can find here products Parmigiano Reggiano, Prosciutto di Parma, balsamic vinegar, which we are going to be talking about a little bit later. This region is also famous in making different pastas as well and different dishes. Tenuta MEDICI ERMETE is in the middle of it all. It is located in the Reggio Emilia, which is famous for its Lambruscos. By the way, the flag of Italy, the tricolore, was made in here, in this region, in Reggio Emilia. Let's talk about grapes. Lambrusco has been here for a long time. It is basically a family of different grapes called Lambruscos. Each of these grapes in Lambrusco family are distinctive from each other, and they do have a different characters. Today, Medici Ermete do have 80 hectares of vineyard growing in different parts of Emilia-Romagna, mostly in the region Emilia. They do grow Lambruscos, and they do produce most Lambruscos. The family makes 12 different Lambruscos, all of them produced from different grapes in a different method. Let's talk about my favorites. First is Concerto. This is the one which is the iconic product of all of the Lambruscos. Concerto, it is grown STE from organic vineyards. It's made in a stainless steel, so a Charmat method, kind of like Prosecco method. It is made from 100% Lambrusco Salomino, and it is the most well-known. And then we have Fermento, which is made by industrial method, so kind of pet nut method. They did have fermentation in a bottle. It's super light, super approachable, kind of like really summery, sparkling red. And lastly, we do have a delicious Grand Concerto. This wine was made by traditional method with the élevage on a lease for 26 months. Medici Ermete also produces still wines from Sangiovese and Trebbiano, and it also produces their own aged balsamic vinegar. Their traditional balsamic vinegar of Reggio Emilia, it is made in their own estate La Rampata, which dates back to 10th century, and it is home for a Concerto vineyard. The vinegar factory is a magical place. You kind of have to crawl up to that attic. It's a half-lighted room full of small barrels with vinegar. You can smell the malt and the vinegar and the acid. It smells delicious. In these small barrels, the process of maturation, aging, and refinement takes place, and it's super slow. The aging lasts the time of one generation, and also these small barrels are called batteries. The battery is a simple combination of different woods and different barrels, which gives unique flavors and scents to the balsamic vinegar. The production is so long, but it's so worth it. We tasted like three different styles of their production, and they were each unique and delicious. Thank you for watching about the Tenuta MEDICI ERMETE family and their vineyards and what they are doing and how they are putting their work. Please leave a comment. What's your favorite Lambrusco? Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.